Have we been kept in the dark about COVID-19? Discover the dark secrets and conspiracies that might be lurking behind the virus that changed the world. In the hidden corners of markets and restaurants in China, there lies a practice that combines tradition, mystery, and horror: the consumption of live and exotic animals. It's not just a cultural curiosity, but a window into a world filled with ancient beliefs and modern dangers. Entering one of these markets is like stepping into a horror movie set. Stacked cages contain stressed and mistreated animals, often in deplorable conditions. The sounds of animals and the pungent odors create an atmosphere of tension and fear. Shoppers walk through the aisles, choosing which creature will be slaughtered in front of them, in a scene that could seem like a nightmare. Recently brought to light due to the COVID-19 epidemic, the live animal market in Huanan, Wuhan, is now a closed and guarded place, symbolizing dark secrets and dangers lurking at the intersection of wildlife and human activity. While the world continues to search for answers, this place remains a haunting reminder of how an ancient practice could trigger a global catastrophe. Who knows how many dark secrets and dangers lie in markets worldwide, waiting to become another health tragedy. The tradition of consuming live animals in China is deeply rooted in its history and traditional medicine. Ancient texts of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, speak of the healing properties of certain animals, believed to transfer their vital energy, or QI, to those who consume them. This belief has endured through the centuries, leading to practices that many find incomprehensible and terrifying, and pose serious public health risks. Zoonotic viruses, those transmitted from animals to humans, find the perfect environment to spread in these markets. The COVID-19 outbreak, initially linked to the Huanan seafood market in Wuhan, is a tragic reminder of the inherent dangers of these practices. In late 2019, the routine of the Hunan market traders and buyers was abruptly disrupted when cases of a mysterious respiratory disease began to emerge. This quickly became a wave of infections that engulfed the city and soon the entire world. It is believed that this market was the epicenter of what would become known as the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has sparked a storm of unanswered questions about its origin. While an initial consensus pointed to the seafood market in Wuhan, another theory has gained traction: the possibility that the virus escaped from a laboratory, specifically the Wuhan Institute of Virology. This scenario, straight out of a conspiracy novel, has captured global interest and concern. Although bats and pangolins, known carriers of coronaviruses, were initially suspected as potential sources of the virus, subsequent research revealed that not all early COVID-19 cases were directly linked to the market, casting doubt on whether it was the initial outbreak point. The unsanitary conditions and close proximity between humans and wild animals in the market create a conducive environment for virus transmission, but they do not necessarily indicate that the market was solely to blame. The theory that the virus may have escaped from the Wuhan Institute of Virology has gained momentum. This institute, one of China's leading research centers on coronaviruses, has been at the center of the storm of speculation. The idea of a lab accident arises from several coincidences and disturbing details. Proximity and purpose. The Wuhan Institute of Virology is located just a few kilometers from the Huanan market and houses one of China's most advanced Level 4 biosafety laboratories, BSL-4, designed to study the world's most dangerous pathogens, those without known treatments or vaccines, under maximum security conditions, such as SARS-CoV, Ebola, Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, among others, and is well known for its research on bat coronaviruses. Sensitive research. The institute has conducted gain-of-function experiments, where viruses are modified to study their potential to infect humans. These experiments involve genetically modifying an organism, in this case a virus, to confer new capabilities or enhance certain characteristics. In the context of viruses, gain-of-function experiments can include changes to make the virus more infectious, more transmissible, or more virulent. This has raised concerns about safety and potential leaks. Testimonials and reports. There have been unconfirmed reports and testimonies from researchers mentioning possible security incidents at the laboratory. Some of these reports suggest that institute employees may have been sick with symptoms similar to COVID-19 before the recognized outbreak. Evidence and controversies. The World Health Organization, WHO, and other research teams have explored both theories, but the lack of complete data access and total transparency from Chinese authorities has kept suspicions alive. The tragic case of Dr. Li Wenliang. Amid this whirlwind of theories and speculations, the figure of Dr. Li Wenliang, an ophthalmologist at Wuhan Central Hospital, emerges with force. He was one of the first to alert about the COVID-19 outbreak, observing a series of patients with symptoms reminiscent of the devastating SARS epidemic. However, his warnings were silenced by authorities, accusing him of spreading rumors. Sadly, Dr. Li contracted the virus and died on February 7, 2020, becoming a symbol of the lack of transparency in the early stages of the pandemic. Dr. Li Wenliang's legacy reminds us of the importance of truth and the immense cost of silence, a price he paid for the well-being of all. In March 2023, new demands for a thorough investigation into the lab theory emerged, driven by additional reports and international pressure. Recent studies and statements from government officials in several countries have intensified the debate. The fact remains that investigations tracking the pandemic's origin always lead to Wuhan. According to results published in the journal Science, SARS-CoV-2 transmission may have occurred twice, in separate events, in late November 2019. These discoveries have profound implications. They not only help understand the pandemic, but also offer crucial clues on preventing future zoonoses, diseases that jump from animals to humans. Every detail counts in this investigation: the types of animals present in the markets, hygiene conditions, and interaction patterns between humans and wildlife. On the other hand, recently declassified documents and whistleblower testimonies have fueled theories that COVID-19 might be part of a failed biological experiment or even a form of bioterrorism. These documents suggest that some governments may have known more about the virus before the pandemic broke out, but chose to keep it secret to avoid panic or for strategic reasons. Whether as a scientific experiment or a natural mutation, it is clear that from this Chinese capital emerged the disease that put the planet on edge, the virus that changed the course of history. The true origin of SARS-CoV-2 remains an enigma fraught with mystery and controversy. While the Huanan seafood market offers a plausible zoonotic explanation, the possibility of a lab leak from the Wuhan Institute of Virology presents an even more alarming scenario. The search for the truth is essential, not only to understand how this pandemic began, but also to prevent similar future catastrophes. Each revelation could contain the keys to protecting humanity from future disasters. The answer remains an unsolved mystery. How many other viruses are lurking in the shadows, waiting for their chance to trigger a new pandemic?